scene by, you know, being a grump and keeping it to yourself. So here we have, ooh, this is an interesting early matchup. We have the Moon versus Coffeeblack. Coffeeblack being one of the PR players from our scene, really strong Captain Falcon. I'd say his most recent accolade was him and his partner Sauce at the Big House, defeating Mango and Alex 19 in doubles. That was a, you know, we talk about that a lot here as like one of the big accomplishments for our region, but you know, there was definitely some spaghetti in there as well. And the Moon, he's a guy, because of the geographical closeness of New York, we see him a lot as well. So I think these guys have played a little bit, but I have no idea what their set history is. But we do know about the matchup. What do you feel about this matchup in general?
I think it's just brutal. In one word, it's just absolutely brutal.
Both ways. Yeah, seriously. The punish game is just disgusting for both of these characters, and I've actually talked with Austin, Coffeeblack, sorry, a lot about this matchup, and he's a Falcon player, but what he says is he's like, man, Falcon's combos on Marth are straight up brain dead. That is what he says about it, that it's really like auto combos galore, and I know a lot of people like to say that Falcon is just like that in general, but in this matchup it really gets exemplified.
But the tricky thing really is, oh, what a tech!
That was nice.
The tricky thing really is just getting in as Falcon against a character who has pretty good movement, right, as well as those disjoints to deal with.
But he is another one of those kind of hard commitment characters when you go in, with the exception of, no, he's a pretty hard committing character, honestly. And let's see, ooh, really nice jump out by the Moon. Coffeeblack a little bit late on his follow-up.
I like to also think that a Falcon is most threatening whenever they actually have room to maneuver, more than anything else. And so for the Moon, I think his game plan really is just to slowly steal away some of that room. Even there, anchoring around that center stage, that 50-yard line, and just putting out options like down tilts and bears to just keep his opponent really at bay.
Yeah, because Falcon's mobility kind of in the air and on the ground is really exceptional. Like, he moves really fast as a result of his run speed through the air. But a lot of the time, Falcons want to stay grounded until Marth makes a commitment. And so really low committal moves from Marth, such as down tilt, are just so good in this matchup in terms of tripping up what Captain Falcon wants to do. And the Moon, with a nice one-stock lead so far, pretty early into this match. Coffeeblack has a bit of an uphill battle, but we've definitely seen him do some crazy 0-to-deaths on this character before, so it will not take much to even this up.
Speaking of non-committal moves, I'm loving the way that we're noticing Coffeeblack integrate jabs into his combo game. He'll use it almost like a tick throw setup in Street Fighter, where he'll hit the jab and then get the grab afterwards.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I know Nunn has had a big influence on the Falcons in our region with kind of showing them to do that, because he's a player that makes Falcons kind of like close-up micro interactions game look like really strong when normally it isn't. Putting a lot of pressure on in unconventional ways. Got the windmill kicks from Coffeeblack, gonna roll it up to finish that stock.
Again, just so good. The follow-up off after that gentleman was just fantastic.
And that's a really important tech to have as a Falcon player in this matchup, especially because Marth being kind of semi-floaty, a lot of the time at the higher percentages, you're going to get good follow-ups out of a gentleman.
Speaking of good follow-ups, right now, Coffeeblack, doesn't even need the people's elbow to connect.
That was interesting, because when he chose to go for that people's elbow, he definitely gave Moon like all the options in the world to recover, because even a down-angled people's elbow would not have covered that.
Ooh,
Coffeeblack.
Ferocious right now. Coffeeblack finding the pixel to make it back onto the stage, but the Moon is right back in it.
Yeah, the Moon is on to him. And even honestly, I looked at Coffeeblack's face when he recovered there, and he looked surprised that that worked.
Scary position.
Can he do it? Oh, no follow-up. Really good DI by the Moon.
He's not afforded any mistakes really from this point onwards. Every single opening has to be played through all the way. The Moon getting that grab. Coffeeblack off stage, no jump.
No, it's not going to be able to do that.
And too far to recover.
Yeah,
maybe
could have teched into the edge there, but unfortunately, Moon takes that game really close though.
Yeah.
Coffeeblack did a good job there with the up airs to bring it back.
And really great from the Moon, just holding composure at the end of that all. Honestly, if I was in his position, if I had that healthy of a lead and I lost it almost immediately, I would have been down in the dumps for even this game. But he sticks together. He figures out exactly what he needs to do to bring it home, and he ends up taking the first game.
Yeah, he has a really good mentality about this game, and it takes a good mentality to be a top player, but definitely talking to him, he's not a guy who lets himself get shook by losses or from deficits. Like, you know, there have been times in Canada where he kind of goes up against a player maybe not considered to be as good as himself and loses out, and he's so good about just kind of like, just being like, yeah, well, I didn't do this too well, and, you know, I'm going to improve and I'm going to do it better next time. That's really the mentality you see from this guy, and it's healthy.
It really is always so much fun to watch him play. I love just the rapid rate of improvement that he's had over these past couple years. Forward smash from the Moon. That shield breaker will connect. I think that Coffeeblack was maybe trying to smash the edge, trying to get towards the ledge so he could potentially tech.
Yeah, because that's the one thing when you do charge the shield breaker against that recovery is you really telegraph like the only thing you're trying to do. Although we have seen some Marths recently like start to charge the shield breaker and then throw it out like way before they get there to try to force an angle and then just go for the easy recovery block.
Man, there is just nothing easy about recovering. Coffeeblack is not getting around the sequence of dares that we're seeing from the Moon.
Yeah, this is really rough, and this is Coffeeblack's counter pick too, and the Moon is just kind of saying, no, this is my counter pick. I don't think so. This is where I would have taken you. Oh, nice dash attack by Coffeeblack, edge guarding scenario, but that quick side B is just going to stuff it.
Maybe a error, executional error, maybe a sign of desperation from Coffeeblack. He had such a great first game. I just don't think he has it in him really to bring this game back. Yeah,
it's very possible too that in this time Moon kind of downloaded him after the first game. So there you go. Coffeeblack cleans out of stock, and if that Gravy versus KDJ match is any indication, Falcon can come back in this matchup.
Oh yeah.
But right now, I don't think Moon is going to give him the opportunity.
Down tilt. And actually getting him back. I was expecting the dare.
Down air there, yeah. He was definitely setting up the positioning for it, but maybe he thought he didn't need it. Who knows, but Moon closes it out real quick.
2-0.